as well as there's this conundrum where you're mentioning that we're taking up other people's problems, right, and then making them our own problems without actually addressing our own problems. Meanwhile, the Nation of Islam, and you said it in one of your talks, the Nation of Islam, they didn't come with Islam proper, right? They came with something different, and they were reading a lot from the Bible, right?
Right.
However, one of the things that the nation did is that they used Islam itself and they exploited the text in order to benefit black people. What do you mean? Like, for example, Malcolm, his famous lecture, he did, right? And then he's talking about the Quran tells us, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't have no turn the other cheek in the Quran. The Quran tells us, and the
Right.
man hits you, then send him to the cemetery, right? We know
Right.
this what he said, right? And the Quran doesn't say that, but we get the gist. You know what he's talking: an eye for an eye, and a tooth for a tooth,
Right.
a head for a head, and a life for a life, right? I think that's the House Negro and Field Negro speech. He's talking like that, right?
Yes.
But it's true. That's what the Quran says, right? The Quran doesn't actually say eye for eye, head for a head, a life for a life, right? It says that, right? So,
Right.
so they were using the verses of the Quran to actually help black people move forward, and it was like that for a long time when you talked about blacks and Muslims, and even Worthy Muhammad himself. He himself, right? His whole idea wasn't to keep people under his thumb. That it
Right.
was very clear,
Right.
right? And even Imam Siraj Wal Hajj, he's mentioned the conversations that he used to have with Imam Wardeen and whatnot. And Imam Wardeen used to encourage the people in his community to go overseas, study Islam, and come back and bring back knowledge. And I believe, maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong, but he mentioned that his father wanted to do the same thing, right? Elijah Muhammad
Right.
wanted to do the same thing, right?
Yeah.
So